Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. Hope my cards cooperate. This will be your weekly reading for the week of July 13th through the 19th, and during that time, we'll have a waning gibbous moon, and that's a really good time for self-reflection and rebirth. Good time to make positive changes and kind of get rid of bad habits and negative thinking as you work towards your goals and accomplishments. We also will have the last quarter moon that comes in 18th or 19th, depending on where you are. And that's a really good time for reflection, releasing what no longer serves us, and letting go of certain things and getting ready for new beginnings. So please keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Sagittarius. So, of course, please keep that in mind. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. And your overall message for this reading: confidence is your key to success. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what you guys have going on for the week. And as I'm shuffling, my weekly reminder this week is that you take time to meditate this week. Just get really still, go within, quiet down your mind and body, and just explore. If you already do this, then you know what I'm talking about. If meditation is not something you practice, it's a really good week with that waning gibbous energy to give it a try. Maybe try to work it into your routine of your daily routine. So even if it's just a few minutes, give it a try. Go as long as you can. So that is my weekly reminder for you. All right, Sagittarius, July 13th through 19th. Confidence is your key to success. Let's see what you guys have going on. Your present energy. All right, 5 of Wands here. So a little bit of debate coming in. These are, I don't see that this is a card of fighting. It's definitely conflict. It can be competition, but it's definitely some sort of debate, discussion, things that are going on in that realm. So if confidence is your key to success, then I'm going to say that's hold your ground for whatever debate is going on around you. Hold your ground. There's something to be said. Your voice is valuable, and you need to be confident. And this could just be a test of that confidence. Your current situation is the Ace of Swords. So you've had some sort of mental breakthrough or aha moment, and maybe that's why you're feeling this sense of confidence and you're holding your ground during this debate. So hold on to that. I see that as there's something that you've learned here that maybe is valuable to the group that you're maybe having this debate with. Let's see. The root of your situation here is the King of Wands. So whatever this is, it is something that you are knowledgeable about and that you feel very passionately about. So again, some mental breakthroughs coming through, a lot of wand energy. So this is a lot of fire. This is, something that fires you up. I mean, this could be anything from an opinion on something that you've done a lot of research, or this could be politics. This could be something, but you've had some aha moment and some breakthrough where you're really going to kind of stand your ground. Again, confidence, be confident about it. In your recent past, another ace here with the Ace of Pentacles. So it could be that you are entering here or you recently have entered. This could be a new job that you're coming in. This is maybe a new area for you. In your recent past, that could be, again, like maybe you've started a new job and you have come into this with a fresh set of eyes. You've made some sort of observation and had an aha moment, and you bring this up, and you've got people that are kind of pushing back against you. But be confident. You know what you're talking about. You have your own skill set to come in with. This could be something, because it's material with this pentacle. It could be that you're debating a new house that you're about to purchase, something in the material world, but there's something that there's other people kind of bucking up against you, and you're going to just hold your ground. So hold your ground. Don't be afraid to do that. What is on your mind this week is the Six of Pentacles. So I always ask when this card comes up, what is happening? Whoever I'm reading for, what is happening in this card? And I'll ask you that now too. And some of you will say, well, this person is obviously giving to these people. And some of you will say, these people are obviously receiving from this person. So, whichever side of that stick you stand on, that's kind of where your mindset is. So, are you in that giving mode? Or are you in receiving mode right now? Only you can answer that for yourself. That's a card. If you're in giving mode, do it freely. Sometimes it's harder to be the one on the receiving end of something. And could this be something material? It could be. Um, anyway, so you're kind of in some sort of exchange there, whether it is actual material or it could just be thoughts and ideas as well. But be as open to being giving as you are receiving, or vice versa. What is just ahead of you this week is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is you really understanding how the material world works around you, but also how it works for your subjects. I think these cards get stuck on this thing. For the people around you, for the world around you, how the material world works. And it's having like an understanding of not only your place in it and how you do things, but how others do things as well. And that is definitely to your advantage this week. In your advice position is to keep things in the air. With this Two of Pentacles, this is usually about juggling and trying to just manage to keep everything in the air. I feel like you might be at some sort of decision point when it comes to Pentacles or something. Like I said, this could be about purchasing a home or moving. This could be about moving to an apartment. And this is telling me keep your options open. Don't, maybe it's not quite time to make a decision just yet. Let's see what else the cards have to say here. But because that's in your advice position, I'm going to say that just means kind of keep your options open. Don't settle for one thing, and don't give in on this argument. Your things, we're talking about there. What is beyond your control this week is the Seven of Swords. So, the seven is about being crafty, being cunning. This can also be about theft or hidden agenda. And I see that there's two swords that have been dropped here. These two messages or two words that have come out that maybe either you or someone else is not being forthcoming with all of that information. But I find it interesting that we have a two here and a two there as well. Anyway, it's beyond your control that some sort of messaging is maybe being held back from you. And also, I'm going to say, don't make a decision. Keep your options open when it comes to this. Let's see what else. What is your secret desire? What you're trying to avoid is King of Cups, which is definitely measured emotion. Again, knowledgeable. Because it's a court card, it's about being knowledgeable about the world around you and how things work and how other people's work. Do you feel like um that your emotions are maybe being a little bit manipulated, or what? I really do get the feeling that there's something is at work here to try to undermine you. I'm just going to say be very careful of that. What is your outcome here? Is, yeah, feeling like an outsider with the Five of Pentacles. So there's a lot of pentacles on the table. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards of pentacles. Very interesting. And I'm just intuitively thinking this has something to do with maybe purchasing something, purchasing a house, purchasing a car, a big purchase for some of you, where I feel like there's just some underhanded things that might be happening around you and some manipulation. And my advice is don't make a decision this week. Confidence is your key to success. You may confidently say no to a thing. I just feel like it's almost like someone's trying to swindle you. So don't fall for it. What is hidden from you at the bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords. So pages are juveniles. This would be a new path of thinking or a new path of communicating, and it's hidden from you this week. Even though we've got this ace here. It's a very interesting reading, Sagittarius. I'm going to say for you, no big decisions this week. Confidence is your key to success, but I think it's the confidence to say no to something. If you want my opinion about it, which maybe you do if you're here watching this tarot reading, I'm going to say don't do it. Don't leave it open. I think something else comes along better for you next week. Let's get a final message here from the Soul Oracle deck and see what ask with sincerity. So I would definitely gather all the information that you need to. And again, okay, I'm going to say we're not going to make a big decision. Let's see what you need to do in the way of self care this week, Sagittarius. July 13th through 19th, as they go through some decision here. Okay, choice. Interesting. That's the card that comes up here. Worry less about making the right choice and more about being strong enough to handle any outcome. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to say that this is about not, your confidence here isn't about saying no. It's about not choosing for some reason. If you're comfortable, drop me a comment. Let me know. Did some of you go through something this week where you felt like you were being swindled? And I feel like it's a big monetary thing. It's a big material thing. So it's like a car or a house or just a big purchase that you would be making, or a decision maybe about, finances with investments or something, where I just feel like someone's trying to emotionally manipulate you and do something that's a little bit underhanded. So I'm going to say no to big decisions this week, Sagittarius. Anyway, I really appreciate your time here with me today. I do hope there was something in this reading that you can take away and use. Again, if you're comfortable sharing, drop me a comment down below and let me know, was there something that came up, where you did feel like you were being manipulated a little bit this week? I would be very curious to know. I do post weekly readings, so come back next week. Hopefully this energy has gone away next week. It's a little bit, it's not negative. It's just that it's someone, I feel like you're really being put up against the wall to make it like a quick decision on something that you shouldn't be deciding on. So it's a little stressful, but I think you'll get through it. Come back next week and we'll see what that energy is there. Also, if you like my reading style, Sagittarius, of course, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel, but more importantly, it'll help you find me next week and we'll see where this story goes. So thank you so much, Sagittarius, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.